Today's video is about the top 10 most expensive motorbikes in 2021. But before we start, make sure to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon to get updates about more exciting videos. Motorcycles are toys for grown-ups. However, if you know someone who has a motorbike, it would be an understatement to say it's more precious than a toy. Some people refuse to let anyone drive or touch their pricey motorcycles. We have some of the most astounding machines you have ever put on our list. The following are the top 10 most expensive motorbikes in the world in 2021. Number 10. Ecosys Founders Edition TIXX, $300 million. The billet aluminum chassis for the Founders Edition model Ecosys VTXX Titanium Series was created by a team of skilled bike craftsmen over the course of 1,280 hours. This completely customized model needs up to 3,000 hours of specialized labor, a supercharged intercooled engine with 225 horsepower and 210 feet-Newton-meter torque. TTX fluted gas forks with titanium front axle and carbon ceramic brakes are given for race-level performance. Few motorcycle manufacturers built this sort of uncommon, intricate technology for a living, but in the last 10 years, that has changed. Scotland has a reputation for well-executed hooliganism, including the construction of carbon fiber gas tanks and pricey titanium chassis drivers. These vintage-style motorbikes are larger than Harley Davidson models. Number 9. Legendary British Vintage Black, $400,000. The legendary Black Vintage is an example of one-of-a-kind British engineering, and no bike in the world comes close to matching it. This motorbike may not be the quickest, but it can readily accelerate in a couple of seconds. The legendary British Classic Black was introduced on the market in 1948 and was quicker than the Jaguar XK120 sports vehicle. The legendary British Vintage Black is a classic-styled motorcycle that debuted in 1948. It was produced in a limited quantity of only 33 bikes, which definitely helps to justify the price. It was made in the United Kingdom and had a capacity of 250 cc. It was thought to be the quickest production bike in the world at the time. Number 8. Dodge Tomahawk V10 Superbike, $550,000. You can tell you've got a beast in your hands just by looking at it. This bike is powered by an 8.3-liter V10 engine derived from a Dodge Viper. With 500 horsepower, the bike can reach 420 miles per hour and accelerate at 62 miles per hour in 2.6 seconds. To add stability, there are two wheels on each side. The Dodge Tomahawk V10 Superbike, a non-street legal concept bike, was unveiled during the 2003 North America International Auto Show. It was later made and marked in very small quantities. This motorbike is built more like a vehicle than a bike. However, we may call it a hybrid that is divided into a percentage. At first glance, the V10 Superbike is difficult to classify as a vehicle or a motorbike. The engine has a speed advantage since it has more power than the other motorcycles in the competition. The Tomahawk features two wheels, one on each side, that may scoop independently during turns. Number 7. The Harley Davidson Cosmic Starship, $1.5 million. On October 21, 2010, Harley Davidson launched the Cosmic Starship in Marina del Rey, California. As if it were a Harley Davidson VRSC or V-Rod on wheels. The artist's distinct painting technique, known as cosmic extensionalism, exhibits its distinctive art mix of vivid colors and textures. This rare Willie G was hand-painted by world-renowned artist Jack Armstrong, whose work cost more than $3 million. This bike is owned by artist Jack Armstrong. Harley-Davidson motorcycles have long been a popular choice among American motorcyclists, and many have taken the liberty of personalizing their vehicle. Armstrong had his Harley-Davidson custom painted in a signature style known as cosmic extensionalism. Extreme hues and patterns were used onto the bike. Dubbed the Cosmic Starship by Armstrong. This isn't just a motorcycle, it's a work of art. Number 6. Harley-Davidson Pajero Blue Edition, $1.79 million. In the Harley-Davidson Blue Edition, one-of-a-kind models is created in collaboration with Bunderbike, which includes decorations from renowned horologists and jewelers. Pajero AG, a respected Swiss costly watch and jewelry firm, has established itself as a respected by producing the world's most expensive Harley-Davidson ever sold, the Harley-Davidson Blue Edition. This Blue Edition is based on the Harley-Davidson Softail Slim S but has been completely redesigned with a price tag of 1.8 million Swiss franken, about $1.79 million. Why is this Harley so expensive? In the Harley Davidson Blue Edition, one-of-a-kind models is created in collaboration with Bike, which includes decorations from renowned horologists and jewelers. Butchier AG, a respected Swiss costly watch and jewelry firm, has established itself as a respected by producing the world's most expensive Harley Davidson ever sold, the Harley Davidson Blue Edition. This Blue Edition is based on the Harley Davidson Softail Slim S but has been completely redesigned with a price tag of 1.8 million Swiss franken, about $1.79 million. Number 5. Yamaha BMS Chopper, $3 million. The Nemesis, named for its designer Sam Nemi of BMS Choppers, has a gold-plated Yamaha Roadstar. All of these pieces are gold-plated as well, with a crimson velvet seat adding a great contrast to the bike's appearance. Yamaha, a Japanese maker of motorbikes and maritime equipment, offers one of the most costly and elegant bikes as a luxury item, the Yamaha Roadstar BMS Chopper. The BMS Nemesis won the prestigious Rat Hole Custom Show in Daytona, propelling BMS Choppers to the forefront of the custom bike business. It is equipped with a huge 360mm rear tire, an automated clutch, and sophisticated electronic grips. BMS is also fitted with gold-plated components and is thus a premium bespoke luxury bike. The Roadstar BMS Chopper has a 102 cubic inch front fork. The bottom is really long. This device is air-cooled to disperse heat and to provide a lengthy stroke. Number 4. Hildebrand and Wolfmuller, $3.5 million. Hildebrand and Wolfmuller created the world's first production motorbike. Buyers purchased this one-of-a-kind bike as well as a historical artifact for the collection because it is the world's first bike. This motorbike is completely functioning and features a 4-stroke 2-cylinder engine. The Hildebrand and Wolfmuller, made in Germany, holds the most historical significance, being the first motorized two-wheeler to enter series production and the first vehicle to use the name motorcycle, Motorrad in German. Number 3. Eckes ES1 Spirit, $3.6 million. When F1 engineers from the United Kingdom were asked to assist in the development of a super bike, speed was clearly the top priority. This bike is quick, light, and easy to manage thanks to its composite structure and computerized control system. American designers were on standby to make this bike more ergonomic. During testing, the bike, which is powered by a modified IL4 engine, reached a peak speed of 250 miles per hour and produced 200 horsepower. This bike will only be manufactured if you place an order for it. The Eckes ES1 Superbike is a huge motorcycle with a top speed of 250 miles an hour and a modern bespoke carbon fiber body. According to the makers of one of the most costly bikes, such bespoke motorbikes are completely developed with F1 specification models ready at least 1 year before the commercial model. The bike has ergonomic fittings and sophisticated composite construction, the appropriate engine power specifications, and an electronic control system, allowing F1 to be replicated on 2 wheels. Number 2. 1949 E90 AJS Porcupine, $7 million. The AJS 500cc Porcupine was a British racing bike made in 1945 by Associate Motorcycles with a horizontal engine called E90S AMC. This motorbike is exceedingly uncommon and has an incredible racing history. However, it costs $7 million. The motorcycle's manufacturer is experiencing financial difficulties, which explains the low unit count and exorbitant price tag. There are just 4 of these units in the world. The AJS Porcupine 1949 E90 is elegant and creative, but it must fill both expectations and expenses. It is unusual to see the prominence of a Porcupine E95 Porcupine, much alone a private owner on a motorbike. The AJS 500cc Porcupine was made by a British racing bike made in 1945 by Associated Motorcycles with a horizontal engine called E90S AMC. This motorbike is exceedingly uncommon and has an incredible racing history. However, it costs $7 million. The motorcycle's manufacturer is experiencing financial difficulties, which explains the low unit count and exorbitant price tag. There are just 4 of these units in the world. The AJS Porcupine 1949 E90 is elegant and creative, but it must fill both expectations and expenses. It is unusual to see the prominence of a Porcupine E95 Porcupine, much alone a private owner on a motorbike. Number 1. Neiman Marcus Limited Edition Fighter, $11 million. Neiman Marcus is more well known for its retail locations, and it's not a name commonly associated with motorcycles. Their flagship, the Neiman Marcus Limited Edition Fighter, is the most expensive motorcycle ever sold in the world. This bike is sold for $11 million at auction, which some claim is unusual since it resembles inside of a watch. Only 45 Warriors are manufactured in this limited edition. The Confederate Fighter, like the Wraith, has a front suspension made of titanium, aluminum, and carbon fiber, as well as a 120cc 45-degree air-cooled V-twin engine. The body is constructed of an aluminum backbone unit composed of titanium that is joined to the front and the rear bulkheads carved from solid pieces of aluminum billet, which has been replicated with the Wraith carbon fiber chassis. This bike's lightweight chassis, paired with a relatively strong engine, allows it to attain speeds of up to 190 miles an hour. That's all for today, folks. Stay tuned to the channel and we'll be back with another mind-blowing video. Adios!